Welcome back to From Nine to Mom.
where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood.
And we don't know really where we're going to go with this today, but one of the things that needs to be addressed is that I need to go back on my thoughts of that I would always go to the grocery store and that I loved grocery shopping in the store. I am now almost exclusively a order grocery online person now, and I think I'm saving money.
So I love on the app, it does tell you how much time you are saving, which time is money. And it also does save you that impulse buying. And I'm a big
Right?
impulse shopper. So if I were to go to the grocery store, especially since I'm not the strongest grocery shopper, I get very easily distracted and end
Yeah.
up buying tons of stuff. But I will say, I've always used Instacart, DoorDash. It's my go to.
Yeah. I'm not so I have always been like, I never had good experiences with Instacart. Like, I wanna blame it on, like, the shoppers in my local community. I wanna blame it
For
on the app
shoppers.
because the app is like yeah, you know how, like, sometimes you're like, "Really? I know that that's items in Aldi. Like, I know that they have it. Why are you saying it's out?" So I've experienced that quite a bit, but this is not an ad, but we've been on the Walmart Plus subscription.
I
Like,
love Walmart Plus.
it's so good, and
Ever
it
since they've tried to rival Amazon, they really have come, like, forth
it's
with some great stuff, and you can get way more than you think on Amazon. My
yeah.
boots for travel, this is not something that we've been outsourcing, but kind of for work travel. I
Yeah.
now rent clothes, I order them online, whatever, because I do not have time to shop in the stores, and we have multiple Texas-themed events, believe it or not. I get the most compliments on these boots I wear. I got them off the Walmart app. They're Steve Madden, but they're like
But
rhinestone boots,
yeah,
$37 off the Walmart app. Do not sleep on Walmart.
that's no, it's been so convenient, and I like that nothing's getting marked up. So, like, the biggest thing is, like, you pay for your subscription, obviously, and then I can tip my
Yep.
driver, which I feel better about that than, like, paying the fees on Instacart. Like, you go on there and you see what the item costs in store, and you're like, "It's marked up 10% on Instacart." Like, that part was
Instacart
not
does
what I liked.
disclose now if it's a markup or if it's the same price as you would get in store, and you need to look for that.
I don't use anything now but Walmart Plus, and I actually do enjoy shopping in Walmart, but I don't particularly like the Walmart closest to me.
Yeah, I
So,
agree.
like, it is easier to shop for other ones. Like, you can shop in other stores, and then you can pay to have it delivered in an hour or less or, like, in the next 3 hours. So, I've been doing that on Fridays now, like, I don't have the time anymore to go to the grocery store
Well, it's
because
funny you say that because in the 3 seconds we had between talking about work and then recording, I have a mentee and I have to go have lunch with her. And I keep promising her that I will get air dry clay so that we can do air dry clay together. I always bring an activity for us to do together, and I don't really have time to go grab it. So I was legitimately searching where could I get it the fastest online delivered while we're doing this and during the webinar so that I don't have to go out to get it because those are the things that I would pay $4.99 to be able to have it delivered in the next hour because it will save me so much stress and anxiety. And that leads into all the things that we outsource as working moms. And I know there's a lot of moms who stay home and outsource because they still have to, depending on the ages of your kids, activities. But we're talking working mom, outsourcing. What are we taking off our plates just because it's simpler?
right, and I think that's the point that I've gotten to is like, okay, what is that 2 hours of grocery shopping worth for me? And, okay, I'm gonna spend a little more on the app to get that, and I will say, like, Walmart's the place I can get everything, like, here where I shop, I have to go to Aldi, then
Yep.
Wegman, like, you gotta shop many stores, so, like, finding ways to get and that's where, like, Instacart's great because you can shop all the
All
stores,
the
right,
stores.
and
Yeah.
get what you need. So that helps, but then, yeah, being able to save time is what it's coming down to, and then I think because on the weekends, I do wanna spend time with the kids or I wanna work on, like, extra projects around the house, like, right now, upstate New York, it's like, we gotta get outside cleaned up, it looks like the ghetto out there right now, like, we gotta get leaves picked up, we gotta get, like, mud and stuff off everything, so it's like, I need to spend time on that, not cleaning toilets. So,
Well, and you've been
outsourcing normal household cleaning is important to me.
Yeah, and I literally was sitting with a friend of mine outside. She had dropped something off to me saying the same thing. She was like, "I have gone back to work and I have a cleaner come every other week. And I wish I could afford it. It's not in the budget right now. And then she gave me the cost of the cleaner. And I was thinking to myself, there's so many days on the weekends, like you said, I need to do these things that I feel like I'm throwing my kids in front of a TV or I am buying an activity for them to do while I clean the house. I'm mad that I'm not spending time with them and that there's every week, it's the same round robin every single weekend. I hired a cleaner to come every other week because just to do the bathrooms in the kitchen, simply because it frees up, like you said, the 2 hours of my time to 5 hours, depending on the situation in my household. And I get to dedicate that time to being with my kids or doing an activity, being outside, especially in the summer. It's definitely worth the money. And you start thinking about how many hours do I need to work to
I
pay
know.
for this versus how many hours am I spending?
Well, that's a really good point because I used to be somebody that was like, that is not even anywhere in the budget. Remember when I was like, I'll know I made it when I can afford a cleaner. Then
Yes.
you get the quote on the cleaner and you're like, I can make room. You make room for that because, what is that? I'd rather give up the one night out that we ordered out
Yes.
or 2 ni God, I'd give up all of them during the week to have that now,
To be
like, you
able
know
to
what I
have
mean? Like,
that.
but that's where you give and take what you would do, like, okay, cook at home all, month so that you
Even the
can have a
weekends
cleaner.
too. You would go out, you'd be
Yeah,
cleaning all day, and then you'd feel guilty that you were cleaning all day, so you're like, "We gotta go do something."
go out, yeah, and
Go
then you
out as a
double
family and
your
spend the money
yeah,
eating subpar food at a place. So I think, like, that's something that
right,
a lot of working moms have outsourced at this point, and I even use AI at this point, this is embarrassing, to help me figure out what my priorities are from a cleaning perspective. So before I got the cleaner, I would say, "Here's all the things that I need to do. Can you make me a monthly schedule?" Down to purging drawers in my situation, because ADD
yes.
people like drawers.
This is the time though, like spring cleaning is here. Like, we've been working on our basement. I've purged every garbage day that's come up this last month. Like the end of the driveway is packed of trash of things that just are not that are sitting here that are garbage.
Yeah,
And we're gonna have a garage sale next weekend. Not here. Like we're
the
bringing stuff
neighborhood.
Ryan's parents to, like,
Okay.
head out. They have a really big garage sale in their area, so, like, it's a great time for that, but, like, those are the things that I have to spend time on, not doing the basic chores that need to be done every 2 weeks or
Yeah.
so, like and with Calvin potty training, I mean, realistically, my bathrooms need to be cleaned every other day, like, I am in a frat house. I don't
Yeah,
think we've
you're in a
talked
frat
about it.
house and I am in a drunk sorority house because Daisy's way worse than Colton. Daisy has a pee stream that is so strong and she doesn't always understand the concept of sitting far enough back. She's starting to learn. And when I'm telling you, you think it's boys, but she has pee everywhere. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is what my house looked like in college, like you're saying. It is truly it's constant. Then the cleaner came, did a great job downstairs with the bathrooms, and
Instant.
Colton goes and poops in the bathroom and it's like nothing ever happened. So you're like, thank God I had
Yeah,
that help, but
I know.
it's to the point where those things we're gonna have to do the daily, like, maintenance or
You
whatever,
do.
but just
You
having
do.
something to support you in that way it's a big deal and it's a big time
Yeah,
saver.
it is. And I think it's helped me like enjoy the weekends a lot more. So like now the weekends consist of like last weekend was our first weekend. We had no plans, like with other people
Isn't it the
going
best?
somewhere. But then we're like, we have no plans. What are we gonna do with these kids all day? We went the zoo, we did baseball game, we did dinner, like, we did everything we could to be out of the house in one day, so then I'm like, "Okay, we spent tons of money doing that, so now we're doing activities," whereas, like, when you're in the baby phase, like, I don't know about anyone, a lot of people bring their babies everywhere still, but, like, we were it was just easier to be home, and we stuck to our nap
Well, and you're
routine
not
and
in,
that,
like,
we're
the
like
warm like, where I live, it's warm all the time, so we did stuff yeah, on Saturday, we had a birthday party, but we're never home, and I got home late on Friday, and then Saturday, we had a birthday party, we hung out in the neighborhood, had a good time, did yard work. Saturday, we had a birthday party. After the birthday party, we decided it was my sister-in-law's birthday there in Korea, so we decided to do our own Korea experience. As you can see all the Pepero boxes behind me if you're watching this. I found the entire Stray Kids line, which I could never find.
I
So
don't
I
even
bought
know what
them
that
all,
is.
but we did that. And then we went to the K-pop store and then they had a market, like a complete food market. And we decided to eat dinner there before going home. And before you know it, it's like outsourcing activity time because we don't want to sit home and do nothing because we haven't done anything with our kids all week.
Yes, it's really, really difficult. I feel like though, like as the activities come up in that too, like we're getting to that time and you have like Colton does stuff after school and
Yes.
like Daisy's a little more during the day still, but like as she gets stuff outside of school, like school hours, it's gonna like I feel like there's gonna be more to outsource. And like we had for an example, like last night, we Ryan had a volleyball game for the school. And because I was working till like 4:45, and I think I made a joke like, how do you work till 5 anymore? Like when you have
Yeah.
kids? Like I don't know how and I'm luckily working at home. So like God forbid I would have been at the office,
What
had
do
to
you
work
do?
till 4:40. It wouldn't have worked. Like we
You
would have had
outsource
to get
babysitters, after school
you would have had to
activities,
get
all that
care.
stuff.
So we're trying to like pass off me and Ryan in passing off the kids. He's got to leave. We're going to watch the game. All of a sudden it's 5:15. This thing starts at 5:30. My kids haven't eaten dinner. I have no idea how long we're going to be there. I don't know if there's food there. I'm out the door. I'm like, I have 2 granola bars in my bag and I didn't bring anybody water. And so we get there, they're eating concession stand dinner
Yep.
because that's what there was. Jack won't eat anything from a concession stand. So his dinner last night was Lay's potato chips. And
Very,
then
very well-rounded meal.
like then I'm coming home and like whipping out Uncrustables because it's 7:30. They go to like usually we're like in the bath by that like, I'm trying to, like, meet their routine because these guys still need sleep, like, per our schedule like, what our
Yeah.
schedule is, and you're, like, rushing around, and I'm like, "So dinner every night is, like, outsourced pretty much
Yeah,
at
and
this
it's
point."
not even like that it's out. It's what you're saying, the Uncrustables, the bag of
Yeah,
Dinos. Like, we want to cook meals for our kids, but we do things to make it easier. So the steamables, vegetables, the chicken nuggets that you know that they'll eat that you could throw in the air fryer in 2 minutes. Uncrustables, I live by them. I know people we talked about this before, like, what do you do? But if I did not have Uncrustables, my kids would be starving. Because I picked Colton
yeah.
up for music class the other night, him and his buddy, and I threw Uncrustables in the car. I knew they'd be starving. We didn't have time to go eat in between. So that's what you do. And I think that with food, it's really difficult because sometimes it's planned, sometimes it's not. And everyone keeps telling me to meal prep, which thank you. I know that that would be a great idea. But like, it's just
Please.
one of those things that I've gone to like ChatGPT or Claude and said, "Hey, can you make me meal prep based off of these things?" And it tells me what to do, but like it doesn't do it for me. It won't cook the food or prep the food.
Put it in the
And like that
containers in the
gap
pa
for me is really preventing me from using it fully.
It's so hard though because it is true. It's like we had the comments of the people that, like, joke about some of our Instagram posts that we put out, and
Oh
it's
yeah.
like just just meal prep or just yeah, make the Uncrustables and that. I get that it could take 20 minutes, but it doesn't take 20 minutes because have you met my kids that stand between my legs when I'm trying to, like, dice vegetables or prepare chicken to be
Yeah,
cut
like have
like,
you had to wipe a butthole in between
I have to
cutting
poop and
food?
you're in the middle of it. Do you have ADHD? Do you
Like
It's like, everywhere. It's just there's so many distractions to it, and I don't even have ADHD. I just am, like, trying to be normal and get things done, and you, like, move between a million things, so it is about the time. 15 minutes for a mom is an hour. So, yeah, it's hard
yes.
to put an hour into anything when it's just not when there are the alternatives of quickness and that, like
Yeah, and people might say it's lazy or we're just trying to get away easy. I don't care what you say about it. It just there's so many things that are seen and unseen as a working mom that go on around your brain. There's so much space taken up in your brain.
Yeah.
So the concept of trying to get that done is impossible. I know that we were joking. I was getting my putting my makeup on this morning. I sent you the video. Daisy's in my arms trying to put lip gloss on me. She wants the makeup on now. She goes to school with half an orange face because she was like playing with my makeup brush. And you're just like, you know what? This is the best I can do right now. This is the best I can do.
I was watching this is so valid to bring up, it just made me think of it where you're saying the best we can do. Have you ever watched Kylie Kelsey's, like, clips on TikTok
Yeah,
or
I've
stuff
watched him
she posts?
online.
So her podcast I don't know that I can get behind her podcast fully, but, like, because like, they're the enemy, but for, like, sports, but, like, I do enjoy what she like, her, take on motherhood, I guess, and so she had a segment up where she watched this video of a mom, and I told my kids this story, I edited it for them, but hopefully this will help somebody that's going through something similar. This mom posted a video And she's like, I was in the car. We're on our way to school. My daughter's in the back seat. She's like later elementary school age. And she's like, I don't even know how to explain it to you guys, but please don't blow me up. But we got to the point where the iPad was in the car on the way to school. I don't want to be judged for how. And like Kylie Kelsey like stopped the video and was like, listen, mom should never have to like explain how they got to a certain situation. Like you did. We all understand. Like
Yes.
there so many things happened. She snuck it in the car for all we know, or like whatever. So then she turns it back on, and the mom's like, I told my daughter she needed to put it down. She basically told me no. I told her I was going to throw it out the window. She was like, you won't do that. Like, the attitude of the mom. And the mom's like, all of a sudden, we got to the point I saw red, grabbed the iPad, threw it out my window. We go to school, drop off. My daughter's crying. She pulled it together, went in at drop off, and it was fine. She's like, don't I turn the car around? Thank God that iPad's laying on the side of the road unharmed.
That's
So mom
insane
went back and picked it up, took it home and hid it. And her daughter like got back in the car and was like, I told everyone at school that you threw my iPad out of the car. She's like, good.
because
It's
I
gone.
did.
It's gone. Like, and now she like is living on that. I should see if there's follow up, but it was just funny to be like, here, like Kylie Kelsey was just like, mom shouldn't have to explain how they got to a certain point. Like we've all been there
Yes, like
where,
it is sad that we have to defend ourselves in every
right.
situation. You bought me that book that was like, "You think you're a bad mom," or whatever. There's
Yeah.
worse moms than you is what the book is called. And it's like there are bad moms out there. We are not them. The fact that we care enough or are trying or like there are people who are genuinely bad parents, but like the majority of the world, we're all great parents just trying to do the best that we can do. And we're all also growing ourselves. Like emotional
Yeah.
regulation was not something we were all taught as kids. So now you have dysregulated children and dysregulated adults, and we're just trying to make it
We're
through.
all trying to
Daisy
get
today
by.
answered a work call, and I thought she called them. And I was running late because Daisy threw up at school 2 days ago. So now she's scared to go to school. We're running late. I just need her to be calm to get in the car. I never give the kids the phone in the car because we do carpool karaoke. It's a joy of mine. So I told her you can have it until you get into the car. She was good, but she goes, oh no, not again. And she's like, hello. She answered the work call. And then I had to explain that I don't know who called who. My daughter answered the
I
phone.
don't have time to talk
But
to you
thank God
actually
it was
right
a
now.
dad. It was a dad who said, "Hey, I'm in the car with my 17-year-old taking him to school right now. So totally get it. Don't apologize." And that's the point. We're
Yeah.
all in this like together. So if you have good strategies that work for you, use those strategies. It's not fair to judge. So when Katie and I say we're outsourcing, like feel free to judge on your own
Yeah.
time, but we don't care because the reality is
You
like
can't ca like, there's
I
not
can't
time to
care.
care anymore, like, everyone is a collective just needs to say, like, "You gotta do what you gotta do," and, like, move forward because and then just to have time to sit back and judge, like, the time that you're sitting to judge me, you should be doing something else if you're that productive and you're upset with how productive we are,
Yes. Oh, you wanna
right?
know what? Come and help me. Because also, Katie and I have been getting a lot of messages about using AI more in our
Yeah.
lives. And it's
AI should be
usually
doing everything for you,
from
you
men.
shouldn't even have to think, and now it's a joke for us. Did you watch
Yes.
some of the Instagrams that I sent you last night?
I haven't watched them yet.
You need to watch them. It's like the over exaggerating of, like, the bosses telling people to, like, use AI. It's like, you shouldn't be reading emails. Your AI should be reading the emails. And they're like, "Well, you're sending me emails." He goes, "Well, my AI is sending you emails. You need to answer my email with your
Your AI.
AI, and our AI should be talking to each other."
Why?
And then he's like, "I have an AI that shows me my inbox." It's like, "Well, can't you just look at your inbox?" "No, my AI shows me what's in my inbox." "Well, so does your inbox."
Your inbox literally will show you the same thing. And if like, and it's so funny because it is exaggerated. Everybody's like freaking out about it. And then Katie and I will sit here and be like, you know what? How about you teach Claude how to literally wipe my kid's butt or get them dressed for school? Do you think that they could like console them during drop off for me so I can get on that AI? I can make the rule
I'm
to have my
emotionally
AI.
available to
Yes, like, and then I think it's funny because everyone's like, "I talk to AI all day," which we do, but AI is a therapist, like, it's trying to appease you.
right.
So, it's telling you what you wanna hear, so if you go too far down the AI hole, you're sitting there being like, everything you do like, you could literally say to AI, "Hey, I just murdered someone, and I buried the body in my backyard," like, and it'd be like,
Yeah.
"Listen, Danielle, you're stressed. It is totally reasonable that you would hit that person over the head with your shovel and bury them in your backyard. Anybody in your position would do that. You want me to help you hide the body?" That's literally what Quinny's gonna say to me.
That's how it's supposed to be, like, that's how it's supposed to answer to you, but that's why, like, it's just unrealistic to use it in all of these instances
But
though,
there are
right?
cases where AI does help. Outsourcing things, certain things does help. There's rules that you and I have put on to like add tasks to Trello so that we don't have to go in and do that. Or we've hired assistants to go in and help us go through certain things so that it's faster and it's worth the time for us to spend on other things. Like Canva is an example of something that we've used as an outsourcing tool and at
Right.
times.
Right. And that's where it's like, it's hard to balance where you do it as a mom because, like, yeah, make meal plans and like all this stuff. But like, honestly, I'm jumping in on all the stuff people have already built with AI and I'm going to just use their programs for it. Like, why
Yeah,
reinvent the wheel? Like, they built an app. Cool. I'll sign up for it. I'm
let's
not
give it
going
a
to pay
shot.
for it, but like, I'll use the free version for as long as I can or whatever it is. But yeah, I feel like nobody from, like, the motherhood perspective. There's just things with motherhood you can't put into AI. So, like, sure, do as much as you can, have it give you, what your routine should be. Do I think, like, back when we had, like, little babies, being able to ask AI stuff would have been so helpful,
Yes, and we had even more than our parents did,
right?
so it's like you can use that, but even that you have to be careful because you still have to research and make sure it's coming from the
Reputable
right
source, yeah.
sources. So
I
it's
just had this is really bad, and I shouldn't put it on a podcast probably, but I'm gonna because I'm running a webinar in 20 minutes about Reddit ads, and I
yeah,
attempted to get my Reddit certification. So obviously, I like read every single question into chat, and I'm like, I just need to pass this. I know enough about Reddit. My brain can't think right, like to take a test. To
yeah.
me is just wild. Like I don't like it. So it was like 40 questions. So I'm sitting here on chat, like on my phone, and I'm like reading it the questions. Don't we freaking fail the exam?
You and Chat failed Reddit
Yeah,
together?
yeah. Well, I
Daphne,
blame
shame on
chat.
you.
I yelled at her. I go, "Why did we just fail that?" She goes, "Well, sometimes some of them are up to." No, you should it was multiple choice, Daphne. How did we fail?
I
I
failed
read
my
you all the
draft
options.
using Quinn. I felt very confident about it and I failed the draft. So, I mean, it's
Yeah,
not
like, I just
always as perfect as it says. So, when it comes to your kids, you can't outsource everything. But I do think I'm still laughing like, "Why'd we fail, Daphne?"
I was pissed.
I'll see if Quinn can do it.
'Cause then I just wasted we passed the first one, and then we did the secondary, like, one that I think is actually probably valuable, and I did I read the questions, so I'm absorbing the information, but, like, I went through and I'm like, "Okay, like, how did we get a 70%? You only need an 80 to pass, and we got
That's the
70."
worst. That's the worst. Daphne's in trouble, like, knock her out for a minute.
I'm
Tell
like,
her.
"How do you" and then I'm like, "Is AI smart enough to know that I was taking a test and
We don't know. That's
it's
like, we
doing this
don't
on
know.
purpose so
Well, she
people
passed
don't
the
take
first
tests?"
one. Maybe it was trying to give you false confidence. I think, yeah, I feel like there's certain things you can outsource, certain things you can't. I think the reality of motherhood, especially working motherhood, is you said it in the very beginning. We need to normalize outsourcing or paying for things that save us time and energy and mental space before we can quote unquote afford it. Because sometimes that energy and that mind space is preventing you from like leveling up in life and in your career. So you sit and you're like, and so many of us were brought up to say, I can do it. And Katie, you're definitely one of these people who's like, I'm gonna do it myself too. And I'm in between. I don't like to ask for help at all. But in work, I was given that rule before, So it's like, you wanna say, no, I got it. I got it. As a pride factor, we don't wanna ask for help. Like, don't
Right.
worry, if you don't wanna help me, I can do it myself, kind of a thing. Like,
Yes.
we
Right.
gotta stop doing that because it's preventing us from being better. And then I think, like, I really do think that people burn out so quickly because there's so much that goes on. And I think when you think about outsourcing, you have to think you're buying back your time to prevent burnout because burnout will cost you a lot more than the $125 every other week to clean your house or the $9.99 tip you're giving the Walmart driver so that you didn't have to run to the store in between this and your webinar and then your kids' soccer
Right.
practice to get the 1,700
We
things on your list.
we should have our chats calculate as a mom, like, what our rate is based on our income levels
That would be
so that you
insane.
could put it. Because, like, for me, imagine if you had the exact dollar amount of, like, "Because I didn't go for 2 hours, here's how much that's worth."
Yes, like we should. You
Like, a
can't put a price
monetary amount.
on love and mental clarity. I'm sorry.
I know. I
but
don't
we could
know. Like,
try.
it's just
Like,
I
if
don't
we
know,
say
like,
your
what
golf round, "Hey, your golf round, what I spent on this is equivalent to, like, I saved X dollars doing this, and you spent this on your golf round, like, we're even. Like,
this
you spent
is
nine
true
90,
mom
not even close. Like, you
this
saved
is
that
real
money
mom
already."
this is mom math, right? Like,
Yeah,
this is where we're deep in it right now of, like, how do we conceptualize the costs of some of these things? But, yeah, like, all this craziness makes me go and spend crazy money on things
our
because
happiness.
I'm like, "I need to go to this because I'm, like,
At
just."
least you're going to see, because I wanna go see Nick Jonas, but he's here the 2 days he's here, I'm at the Stray Kids concert. At least you're going to the concert. I bought, these are $2 a pop, so it's not that expensive, but I bought all 8 of the
Yeah, like, you're into the merch, like, I have no Jonas Brothers I have 1 T-shirt.
You buy merch when you go and you're drunk, you're gonna buy a T-shirt, don't lie to
That
me.
was I've been to 3 concerts in the last 15 years, and I the one time bought a T-shirt.
Well, that's fair.
Pretty good track record.
Yeah,
But yes, I
whatever.
do love 'em I do, but I like free stuff.
Yeah, you like free swag. I'm like,
Give
I
me a
went to the
beer and
concert,
free stuff, I'm getting everything
so
free.
I need it. Like, I have so many concert tees, but it's like a pride and now Colton wears them, which I think is, like, the cutest. You know, that might not be something that I can justify, but we'll try and
But it's
we'll
fine,
use AI for what it's meant for, to make us feel better about ourselves, and then if we could figure
and we
out
will.
the input, we'll share it with you guys so that you too can justify all our crazy, or your
And we're
crazy
gonna
these
call it
days.
the mom math generator,
I think we can do it.
3000.
Ooh, 3,000? Sounds good.
Been to the year 3000, I don't know.
Okay, Jonas Bros. On that, I'm
Alright,
gonna
we
clock
need to
out,
clock out so I can go do my webinar.
you little Reddit
Yes.
cheater.
We'll see you all I'm gonna get sued by Reddit.
No, you're not.
Alright, bye.
Bye.